blah, blah. Okay? But the customers themselves are, of course, they remain exposed to the shocks of the foreign exchange analysis. Now, what is happening in Israel, but in very small amounts, is training experts to go to those companies and try to help them do the hedging, compete us. And when we saw that this is the thing going, we made another shift. We'll talk about it. Major forex brokers are beginning to understand the problem too, because when they just compete between themselves, there's a bleeding competition. Because the spreads are so narrow already. I'll give you a cheap thing. It's endless. I say that the competition shouldn't be there. We should move the competition to another place where the client won't say, why aren't you giving me a better price? It should be another deal completely. Okay, when we talk about sustainable foreign currency risk management, we're talking about exposure analysis, correct hedging strategy, correct hedging instruments, and reporting and control. Okay? Again, exporters and importers. This is an example of the right way to analyze the cash flow exposure. I can tell you, most companies, even this, do not know. They do not know how to really look correctly at their exposures, or how to give a solution to that. When we do dealing with cash flow exposures, with all kinds of strategies, you know them. I won't I'll go on. Now, we believe there are enormous amounts of mistakes in the hedging world that cause much damage. And hedging without performing. Now I'm talking about some hedging mistakes. I'll just talk about 4, and then I'll come to the conclusion. Many companies do not do exposure analysis. And then the hedging strategy there's a lack of effectiveness in the hedging strategy. So you have to do an accurate exposure series. Some of them, they do the hedge, let's say a long-term hedge. They take the forwards and they say, let's say the exposures in salaries that they have to pay the salaries once a month, and it's in a different currency. So they do a few forward contracts, for instance, or cylinders or whatever, and they leave it as it is. But they're all changing, so they should look at the exposures and change the hedges. Another very interesting error, mistake, we believe, is that most of the companies, when they come to you and hedge, at least from what we saw in London, it's a short-term hedge. Mostly hedging balance sheet and a bit more than that. Well, if you look at it economically, they must hedge for much longer periods of time. Much longer, because that's an ongoing business. Let's say you have an exposure that is ongoing. Why hedge it just for 3 months? Why not half a year, 12 months, etc.? So we believe that they have to hedge for 6 months, 1 year, 2 years. They have to exact match of the hedging range to the exposure. And many of them do not do that. Sorry. Another very simple mistake they do, they're hedging only for the budget year. Now, as far as I recall, and as far as I remember, when the budget year is done up, you still have to hedge, you know. They can start, for instance, hedging on June or July until the end of the year. Then things move on. They're not keeping up the hedging because if you decided to hedge for half the year, keep on hedging it, you'll also go budget year. Because economically, you're in the same exposure, and the market is changing, so you have to keep on your hedging. Still not doing that. Then the budget year, that's it. Very mistake. Stopping to hedge because of belief currencies are on our side. You know that one? Okay, we hedged. And now, you know what, the currency, we believe that it's in our favor. So let's stop hedging. And then when it goes again against us, oh, now what are we going to do now? We're in the worst shape than we were before because we stopped hedging. And now that's a psychological one. And now, because the rates are not on the wrong side again, we'll stop hedging, we'll wait. We'll wait until again the rates are good for us. It doesn't keep on going the wrong way. What then? You shouldn't be a speculative. You're a company. You're getting your profits from something completely else. You sell services, you sell products. You shouldn't be a speculant in the market. But they are. They don't even know it. Okay. Now, the problem is that, as I said, in the world of foreign currency hedging, there are a lot of mistakes, and especially a lot of lack of knowledge. Now, we brought a new solution, and this is the second main thing. The first is that, as far as I examined things for many years now, 30 years, something, you lose, well, you don't, I think many bankers don't even know that they could have a lot more clients if they're doing these things with their customers. In Israel now, because we've done such a great job in that, the bankers thought and they said, okay, how can we complete financial immunities again? And they said, okay, we'll take experts and we'll send them to the companies to analyze exposures and give them the policy or the hedging policy, and then to help them with the hedges along the way. And then we'll take financial immunities out and we'll go in and we'll take all the risk. Okay? So we have a problem. So what did we do? The solution is something that we talked about 5 years ago when we were already working. We made an automated system that analyzes all these problems and gives them the solution all along and every day and all the time instead of the experts. So what we're reading about and we're talking about the fintech world and automation and robots, etc., is coming. And we believe we have the solution in this part for FX market, and it will still help hedging volumes grow dramatically, and much more profits for the bank. Again, but that's okay with us, at least the customers are ours. I'll show you a few pictures of this. It's a startup, spin-off, it's called HedgeWiz. It's a fully automated solution for fraud risk management. You can write HedgeWiz in Google and you'll see it. This solution is hundreds of Israeli companies are now having it, and the banks in Israel are now buying it for us. But that's okay with me. You have here all kinds of screens, data extract, manual and integrations, analytics, AI consultant, artificial intelligence, hedging plan design, updated status, monitoring, execution of the bank, and report.